This one, you heard from James and SEO. They were saying about Prophecy winning that. Can you, either of you, see Reason getting it?
Reason taking it, you mean?
Yeah.
Potentially. I mean, we saw some shaky play from Prophecy last week, of course, being 16-0 by MVS Academy on Cash. Problem is, though, the maps, yeah, you can be favouring them in more of a favour to Prophecy. For Reason, though, they have the skill, they have the aim. Problem is, do the players perform?
What about yourself, Jackie? I like this death. This is like,
it is nice.
Come and lean while you cast. Is that acceptable?
You're going to go pose in? Yeah, that's all right, mate. It's quite nice.
Okay.
You've got to get the form.
Liking the shirt as well. No,
thank you very much. I need to take Jackie's advice.
Just go for the double button.
Hello.
Work your way down.
Do you reckon Reason can get this win today against Prophecy, who got off the back of quite a heavy defeat last week?
It's possible. The only issue is, me and Snods had a bit of debate about this, is obviously Cobblestone. We're looking at it, we're thinking, why has that not come into the mix? It's actually because they're not that comfortable. Snod's got some info on that.
Yeah, so Cobblestone, of course, you'd expect Reason to pick that one. It's the map that they actually have their only win so far in the Elite Series on versus Epsilon. And actually, that was back on their Thomas. And now they're obviously subbing in Mace, a player that has 0 LAN experience. And I was speaking to the team, I was like, so why not Cobblestone? What's been the problem with Cobblestone online, especially UK Masters and other leagues? And they said that Cobblestone is the only map they haven't actually gone over with Mace. So CT side doesn't really know where to fit in. T side is more of the entry player, but if there's no structure, he doesn't really know where his positions are, his timings, or where he needs to be at a certain time of the map, coordinated with his team. Does throw things off as well.
Oh, beautiful. Listen,
more into that potentially as well.
Well, it's going to be a great matchup. Snods, Jackie, I'll leave it in your capable hands. If we have a quick look at the maps as well, that'll be beautiful. Us enjoy the first matchup of the Elite Series.
Have a good journey, mate.
I'll go back to my desk.
But here it is, going to be Overpass to kick it off. It should be an exciting one, Snods. Obviously, we're looking at it on paper. We're thinking Prophecy most likely to come in here. Right now, in terms of the stand-ins, they've been looking good.
They should do, yeah. I mean, like, what I said about Cobblestone, the fact that Mace isn't comfortable on that map. One of the things as well is you have to take into account the fact that Mace has never really been on LAN. This is his first LAN experience. He's subbing in for Thomas, a LAN veteran, a potential staple in the UK scene, a rising talent. The problem is, right, you can play online with all the confidence you want. He is filling in Thomas's shoes as the entry fragger. And if your entry fragger lacks confidence, lacks faith in his team as well, suddenly, how does that impact your T-sides?
Yeah, that's very truthful, because this is the thing, sort of, his role is to be that impact fragger early into the round. He needs to be the one to get those openings. And online, he's been actually doing very well. We've seen him slotting in massively. He's been looking comfortable, but we've never really seen that shine through when he's here.
Talking about online, obviously, Reason Gaming have played Overpass. They beat Excel in ESL Premiership not too long ago, about 2 weeks ago. And that was a 16-13 after losing both pistols. And Mace actually did have a very good game there, but that was online. So Prophecy winning the knife, I believe. And that means they're probably going to start on that CT side, and we're going to see our Reason favor on the T side.
That's the thing, though. For Reason as well, they need to try to get in here early. We've seen this consistently with them. They can be a slow burner, but if they don't get that early fire to them, that's where they really start to lag behind. They can't quite build themselves up.
And that's what happens when you build a team around the fact that you are individual players, okay? They don't really tend to go for the AWP pick on the T side. Obviously, Kamabanger brings it out on the CT side. T side, they generally go for the 5 AK style of play. They group together, they play 4, 1, or 5-man style of CS. And it'd be interesting to see if they carry that forward as well into this one.
Yeah, because that's the thing, sort of more internally is how this team works. It isn't as much structure as it's just sort of a mixed bag. You've got a lot of talent, but the way things work is players are just slotted into a role because they absolutely have to. With Hoodlum, you know, internally, he isn't a fully fledged caller. He just got forced to his role and made it work. But this is why you see him stepping up individually as well, because he still has a fragging power.
And actually, his style of calling fits this Reason team so well.
Yeah.
Initially, when Reason Gaming had that success online, they beat Method 2-0 in the ROG Masters qualifiers, what, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago? People were begging the question of, oh, what happened if we just had a fully fledged leader, like an Imi, like a Nilzinho, for example, someone that brought more structure to the team? Well, on their T sides, it seems like they tend to go for more of that loose start play. They spread out, potentially, they go for picks, and when that doesn't happen, they just group together. Either they go for a 4-1 style of CS, hood them towards one side of the map, will throw his nades as a fake, and then the rest of the 4 people will try and push in, try and find entries towards the opposite side. Hopefully, Hoodlums cause a rotate and they're 1-man down for the CT defense. That's really the style of play. Obviously, when you are playing that fake 4-1 style, you need map control. So the map like Overpass, you are going to need control of toilets. You're going to need control of banana. And be sure to be able to fully fledge those fakes. Because if you haven't got control of connector, you can't make the fast rotation back through connector towards B if you do the fake towards A. And the same can be said for B. So, for me, Reason Gaming on the T side, are they going to play the map control style at CS? And if so, are they going to be favoring it through B short or through toilets and mid?
And that's the thing as well. They need to actually have that confidence behind them. As we touched on, that is going to be mostly the impactful factor behind them, because obviously if they're not going in there absolutely roaring with a firepower up high, blasting from all cylinders, they're going to struggle massively, because their style of play is that aggressive in your face, explosive CS. They're not playing strategic, very fast, very heavy. And the thing is, up against Prophecy right now, a team that have proven themselves to have a lot of structure, deep map pool, they've worked their way through, we're seeing them expand their playbook more and more. That's where the issues could arise.
Yeah, potentially. Reason Gaming right now sitting at 1 point as well. The only win they have, well, I say a win, the only draw they have, map win they had was versus Epsilon in the first week on Cobblestone. And initially I was thinking, okay, Reason Gaming, they took a map, potentially an upset, a draw versus one of the potential favorites, one of the finalists you'd expect to be. Could that be their silver lining later on, right? When they do potentially lose 2-0 to Envious, have a hard game versus Prophecy, can they have the upset win versus like an Epsilon, which they did? And then from there, how will they perform versus the UK team? So we saw them last week lose 0-2 to Infuse, the team that had no points on the board. So the question for me is really, Reason Gaming, it's do or die right now. You're on 1 point. If you lose 0-2 here, even go for a draw as well, they have to have the 2-0.
That's the thing. It was the debate of, is this a big result for them they can now continue off the back of? And unfortunately, they haven't been able to. A lot of that does come down to the fact, obviously, Thomas is away. He's not here. He's MIA in Cuba, of course. He's busy.
If you're watching from home, shout out to Thomas.
Absolutely loves it. Already paid his £10. He's got that deposit in.
Wi-Fi.
He's finished up the Spanish bingo, and he is ready for the CS. As we're going to be driving straight into Snod's overpass to kick us off. Let's get into this.
So, let's take a look at this one. It's going to be Reason Gaming starting on that CT side. Prophecy winning the knife run, actually opting to start on T. So these guys are going to be wanting to set the pace. They want to be this fast, aggressive style of CS to start and kick things off. It's going to be Utility and P250 onto Slap. Apart from that, Fortis or Kevlar. Oh, hello, Cinder. Fortis or Kevlar on the remaining T players. For the CT side, it's going to be Hoodlum with the Smoke, Flash, and HE Grenade. No kit for that CT side. If the bomb goes down, that retake's going to be so difficult.
Calais actually gets the opener as well on towards Cinder. That's going to be quite an impactful frag. Obviously, Cinder's had to take the role as the main fragger since Thomas has departed. Karma will fire back as well, takes down Arch as he's trying to gain control of Long.
Right now, you've got 3 T players there towards Banana and towards Long. First frag, they're going to favor Karma. Can he get any more?
This is looking good so far. The CT defense is showing up when they need to. Karma able to keep him at bay to at least buy his teammates time, but they still haven't spotted out the bomb. Slap does a little bit of damage before he sneaks off.
He does indeed. So, 1 minute 5 on the clock right now. Prophecy, a man disadvantage for them. Karma Panga finding 2 frags himself, now it's down to Calais. Can he equalize the numbers?
Oh, Calais takes the fight through. So he's trying to get the entries. Actually, they do. Kolar and Calais come up huge as they pop the heads of Mason Hoodlum. They've now got complete control of the site.
No kit for the retake as well. They need a fast frag kit. Calais will dispatch of prey, turn this into a 1 versus 3. And there we go. Pistol round 1 for Prophecy on their T side overpass. It's so crucial to win that T pistol. Reason being is, depending on how much Reason getting forced into this buy right now, round number 2, are they going to have fighters of Kevlar? Are they going to buy Scout into Kamapanga? Will they have enough money to bring in the AWP into play for the first buy round? And already you can see Kamapanga right now buying the Deagle, has $1,400 in his bank account, which means he will have enough for the AWP. So we are going to be seeing an AWP coming out from Kamapanga in round number 4. But for now, Prophecy, 3 SMGs and 2 AKs will fill out their buy. For them right now versus the quasi-buy of Reason Gaming, try and have 4 stay alive, 3 stay alive, stack up as much cash as you can on these pistols, on these SMGs, sorry. No Mac 10. Usually you see the Mac 10 player be the probe for information, go towards one of the sites, see if the CTs are stacking there towards A or B. Instead, though, they're just going to play the normal default, the normal anti-EQ. You do an overpass where you send 3 players towards Long, you flash over Long, you molly towards Tree, and eventually you have control of A Long and Toilets. And then following that, you just execute towards the site.
Set themselves up right now as they do have that utility.
Yep, smoke towards CT stairs, probably going to molly truck as well. Kamapanga now towards default site, has no Kevlar, so these SMGs are going to rip through him.
Let's see what Karma can do here with the D. Can somehow start to ward them off. Unfortunately, 2 men will go down as they take control of the site. Hoodlum trying to respond as well. Will take the head off of Arch, but it seems like the damage has already been done.
Exactly that, 3 versus 4 now. It's looking like Reason Gaming are going to be throwing in the towel into this one. Going to be saving their Kevlar, helmet, and pistols, the CZs. Strong round from Prophecy. Obviously, they only found 1 frag, or sorry, 2 kills. Oh, sorry, make it 3 actually. And all 3 of those frags were on the AK. So no extra cash for the SMGs. Obviously, Arch being the entry fragger, first one to die. Had the UMP, so it's not really the end of the world if he does fall. So it's going to be a strong round for Prophecy. 4 players staying alive, which means they're going to only have to drop over 1 SMG, 1 Mac 10 towards Arch that did fall.
Pretty good round so far as they work their way through. Not going to get too much cash off the back of that, though. Obviously, the kills only coming out with the rifles. Luckily enough, Cinder and Mace will get away.
Exactly that. So, bomb does explode. We go into round number 3 now. And this should be another clean round here for Prophecy. Obviously, we have 2 players with the CZs and Kevlar. Are they going to group together towards a site, have the pistols, or sorry, the armored players go to towards B, and then have your un-Kevlar, USP players go towards A, or are you going to do a 4-man stack, a 5-man stack? Are you going to have the 2 CZ players play towards connector with armor? Let's see what they do. Let's see what Prophecy do as well, if they go for a B rush or a fast rush towards A with these SMGs. Now we have the Mac 10 onto Arch. He can just run in first, see if they're stacking a site, and if they're not, remaining players, the rallying troops can fall behind him.
Easy way for him to just farm his way. Nice stack coming out from Reason. They're going to try and catch him off guard. Just play together. They are all situated like that.
Yep, it's actually going to be 5 players from the T side, all going towards A. You've got Quicks there towards Connector. No players towards Monster, so they are going to be expecting a stack towards the B-bomb side.
Still just holding for the meantime. Obviously, the play coming through. You can see Prophecy not wanting to run any risks as they do clear their angles.
Exactly. One of the issues here is you go towards middle and you could have 4 CT players just grouped behind mid, waiting for a flashbang from a teammate. All of you are blind, and suddenly the USPs are so effective versus the blind enemies. But instead, it's going to be a good read here from Prophecy. Quicks, the only man really in potential danger, as the CTs have given up the A site and they're stacking 3 players towards Connector as a 4.
Maker's play though, going to go for the contact peek. The thing is, Mace doesn't have the angle covered with the CZ. Locked and loaded. Even if he goes down, the quick trade should be coming back through. Nice flashbang goes over to allow him to peek. He will find the first frag and the second. Nicely done from Quicks there, but eventually falls to Cinder that can scavenge the weapon.
4 versus 3 now, still in favor of Prophecy. Arch with a Mac-10, he can lose his gun here. He can try and find the frag, make it into a 4 versus 2. But she doesn't, because Cinder, they're having the Kevlar, will find the frag and turn this into a 3 versus 3. Cinder is low, so down to Kali now towards toilets.
Nice damage done, even if they do lose out off the back of this point. Kali going to try and strike though. We'll find that frag back on towards Cray fairly easily. Here's Hoodlum in the back line though, just going to pop his head out, try and do a little bit of damage, cause some commotion as he will strike at the right time and fires out a Deagle round, will take down Slap.
Oh my god!
As he takes down Kolor as well, this is huge! Potentially they can actually start to pick this one up as he makes his play straight towards bomb. No kit to play with those nods, so he needs to do it right now. We'll jump on it, try and force the face. And unfortunately, Kale not going to buy into his mind games. Will just hold his angle, peek out, and eventually take him down with a rifle.
Still, the fact that they found 4 kills onto the T's will impact their economy potentially. Hoodlum there, feeling warmed up and ready for the remainder of this game. It's going to be going into the first buy round now. We could be seeing the AWP come into play as well from Karmapanga. And we do indeed. 5,700 bought from him, so he's going to be having Kevlar, AWP, and a smoke grenade. Apart from that, though, it's going to be 4 M4s to fill out the rest of that CT buy. Prophecy now, first buy round for them. They're ditching away those SMGs. 4 AKs and 1 AWP into the hands of Kola. We saw him step up so many games so far. Really the star player for me with the AWP. It's going to be 4 players grouping outside Monster. Let's see what Slap can do. He's waiting for the smoke, the Molotov. He's going to try and get contact headshot towards barrels and then flood the site with a man advantage.
Yeah, needs to hit with the aggression here, open it up massively, will peek his way through. Kali gets the opener, actually. It's going to be Arch to respond as well. Takes down Mace. Cinder, he's the frontline infantry now to defend the site. He actually strikes at the right time. They were unaware of his location as he's able to work his way through, only 1 member, unfortunately.
3 versus 2 now. Kale is fairly low HP onto 34. Great has the kit and all the utility. M4 for him. Karmapanga towards... Actually, Bank. I think Karmapanga is going to be saving. No, he is towards Heaven, sorry. Trying to see if he can spot out a player crossing back towards site.
Trying to play it in their own time. They do have a little bit of utility left to play. The Molotov is going to come down, though. This really burns a lot of time off. Cray can't strike efficiently at this point. Karma going to root over. Will miss the opening shot, unfortunately, at this point. They might as well just call it.
Exactly that. 2 players staying alive. Obviously, the round loss bonus now will be 3,400 after losing 4 rounds on the drop. So, I mean, Cray could drop. Let's take a look at the money. So yeah, you will get 3,400 to the bank, so Karma and Cray can both drop M4s. The question is, do they go for the quasi buy, or will they even have 2 rifles to save?
Yeah, it's very true. Craig's going to try and go for the attack. Will get himself in the elevated angle, actually takes down Cray, but Karma is able to respond.
That changes everything. If you had 2 players stay alive, we could have seen the drops come through, maybe? Instead, though, with only 1 player staying alive, they're going to go for the quasi buy, I imagine, into this one.
Why has he just knifed someone?
Has he?
Yeah, there was a team kill on Prophecy.
Really?
There was a team kill. He just knifed in the back.
I didn't see that. I was looking at your gorgeous face,
kill
mate.
came through.
Oh.
I did wonder what that was. But
Anyway, it's going to be the quasi buy coming out from Reason Gaming. Karmapanga is saving the AWP. He has to get aggressive here, try to find the first frag if he wants a chance for Prophecy to lose the round.
So he's going to bring to the table here, obviously, right now. Craig going to go for the early information play. Not going to get too much of that. No real audio cues there.
Yeah, Prophecy right now, they know there's an AWP in play. You can see them playing slow. They expect Karma to either peek towards Monster. That's why you have Kale there just holding, see if he will peek. And as well, if you have the AWP, you're going to be going towards 3 places. Long, middle, or B. Kale's holding towards B. You have Colin now trying to see if Karmapanga will go for a cheeky mid-peek. But instead, obviously we saw what Prophecy did on the anti-ecos. They went towards A long 2 times in a row. That's why Karmapanga is there towards long. He thinks they're going to do the same anti-eco, but instead, Jack, they're just going to do a mid-default. Smoke towards front toilets. Prophecy may be expecting a better buy than they're actually against.
Map control Cray as well, just going to try to play around the smoke. Potentially could get a lot of information off the back of this, but Kolor does have the angle covered, Nods.
He does indeed. Still a 5 versus 5. 55 seconds left on the clock right now. The T's have no control of the map. The bomb is down for some reason. Fairly strange because the AWP is now alone with the bomb towards toilets. So, Bomb collected, and actually Cray may hear this, and if he spots him going back down connected with the bomb, that could give all the information he needs, but unfortunately for Cray, he spots towards long. The first frag goes in favor of Reason, though, 5 versus 4.
He's able to take one man down with his CZ. Kale that is going to fall. This could hinder them, but the push is starting to come through. They have that utility over as well. Cinder actually in a prime location to do damage, but it's Mace that strikes, finds the headshot back on towards Slap. Kola as well chimes in as he takes him down. Hoodlum trying to relive that previous round with his Deagle. Kola will not allow it.
3 versus 2 now. Cray towards short, could find a frag, but Quicks is ready for it.
Comes in from short, finds the opening headshot, actually does take him down, as they're now left in a 2 versus 2. Potential into the round at this point.
Exactly that. Let's see now. Kamapanga towards heaven. He has to find the frag here. Quicks catches out Cray. They saw down to the shoe.
Too late at this point. Quicks has the angle cover. He can just spam into him. Just go for the pre-fire. And that should call it off.
Exactly. Kamapanga will be going back, retreating away. Going to be saving the AWP into the very next day. Well, I say day. Next round is going to be round number 6. As Prophecy take a 5-0 lead. Another bye will come in for Reason Gaming.
Indeed, they're working their through right now. Prophecy looking good so far. Obviously, this is the form we expect to see. Reason, we've seen a lot of struggles coming out, more so on their CT half overpass. In recent form factor, I mean...
Yeah, their T-side's strong. Yeah. Like every single UK team. Weak CT sides and strong T sides. Obviously, it's not hard to have good aim. You can play your pugs, you can play your DM. Doesn't matter where you're from. Your aim can always be improved on. The problem is it's teamwork, it's communication, it's cohesion, it's rotates that are so important and impactful on that CT side. Kamapanga there on your screens, the AWP for the Reason side. Anyway, enough of that. It's going to be going into round number 6. The second bye now. We saw Prophecy have a very commanding lead on the first one when they went for the concert play towards B. Are they going to try and repeat that success? So, AWP on both sides. Kola warding that one, and Kamapanga once again warding the AWP towards that CT side. It's going to be Quicks again towards Connector. And a 3-man default towards the A side, and it's going to be Kala as your lurk towards B. A very standard T default here. You smoke towards front toilets, you molly banana, you flash up, and you slowly take control of mid. Once you have control of mid, you can do the fakes, you need connector. So, it's all down to map control. That was my question in the preface, and so far it's delivering. Kamapanga holding towards Party, but you can see that smoke comes in, the molly will come towards Banana, and now he has to aid his teammate here.
We like utility raining through the skies. Karma needs to go in at the right time, trying to play around. It will peek out, but unfortunately his head gets knocked straight off, slapped. Absolutely working his way through. 4 versus 3 now. Hits onto Mason Hoodlum, so the CTs can play for retake if they want to. Bomb still towards Playground though, so they still have a minute left on the clock to try and find another entry and turn this into a 4 versus 2. Right now though, Reason Gaming, they need the next kill to go in their favor. Otherwise that could be all she wrote. It's going to be Kale once again towards Monster. Mace here, close as well. But I don't think he's actually peeking out. He's waiting for someone to just push into his crosshair and trying to find an easy frag. 40 seconds left on the clock right now. Look how far back Cinder is. He has no information towards mid. This is where a fake could be so easily thrown. Instead though, the CTs are going to take a risk towards B. It's looking like they played this one smart. 30 seconds left, and here comes the execute in the smokes. Push coming through. Mace trying to ward them off. Will actually get the opening frags. He's able to take down Kale. Things get a little bit awkward now. Hoodlum trying to play around the pole, but it's not meant to be, Snods, unfortunately.
Slap right now, 4 frags for himself. Going to try to go for the ace, but Cinder's looking like he might be saving this one instead. Oh no, he's actually towards heaven. 1 versus 3. Is there a chance?
Likely at this point. Cinder, limited utility. No real time. Actually, does peek out. Takes the head of Kolar. That's a nice opening frag, gives him potential into the round as both of the remaining Ts are fairly low. He has the Molotov as well, so he can try and get that molly out towards short, but he's making an awful lot of noise as he makes his approach through. Molotov does go out to keep them at bay as he peeks out, but he's not aware of Slap's location, but it doesn't matter. He finds the headshot, takes him down. He's got the kit. There's so much into this round. Quicks, is he aware of his location? Just waiting for him to peek out, but Quicks plays it smart, peeks out.
I was about to say, Cinder had no kit there, for the chance of the 1 versus 3 was impossible, but you saw he found that frag towards Pillar. He retrieved the kit as well. It seemed so perfect for him into that scenario. But look at that spray transfer there from Slap. And of course, the 2K towards that B-bomb site. The 2 CTs just lining up, making it nice and easy. The pause will come in. I believe that's from Reason. And they are about 4,000 across the board, 8,000 into Kamapanga's bank, so he can drop over an M4 to Hoodlum. We could be seeing a 5 M4 buy, Jack. Problem is, you have 5 M4s, but you've only got 4,000 in the bank. You can buy M4, Kevlar, Flashbang. Can't even afford to smoke onto a few of these players. And smokes are so important on that CT side. Either to smoke off mid to delay the push, to smoke off Banana with 50 seconds left to, again, hold off the push. You want the clock to go down as low as possible on your CT side with the pass.
Yeah, they're in a massive deficit right now. You can see as well, this is the thing with Reason. A very emotional team, much like a lot of UK teams. It's more of a standpoint at this time. They need that energy, and if they do stir with a slow start, that's what they really can't find their foot in.
The reason for the passion and the frustration, the anger, and it shows, I believe it's the pressure they put on themselves. All of these UK players, even myself included, everybody wanted to be that one team that changed it all. The first team to break through the UK and make it international. But so far, I've only had players like Smooya, Def, Surreal that have crossed the seas and gone towards some foreign Counter-Strike. Apart from that, though, the UK team, we haven't really been seeing a UK team, bar, obviously, the win from Easy Skins, and then the endpoint win versus Flipside.
True indeed, mate.
Exactly.
About the AWP skills there.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate.
Lovely map, morale.
Got it then. Anyway, talking about Premier, I played Arch in Premier, and he 16-2'd me on Overpass. So hopefully, Reason Gaming know a little bit more than me on this map.
I'm gonna have to wait and see if that is gonna be the case. First time Reason have actually used some aggression into the round, though. Snod's taking that early long control.
Exactly that. Once again, the exact same default coming out from the side of Prophecy. Flash comes in and see if we take it.
They do take the fight through. Karma actually gets the opening frag as they're allowed to fall back now.
Slap though, gets the trade frag. It's going to be a 4 versus 4 and low HP onto Karmapanger as well. So far, so good for Prophecy as they win the early exchange. They've got a 4 versus 4, which does favour the T's anyway. I'll explain that in just a second. Plus the fact that Karmapanger is 15 HP. So, why does the 4 versus 4 favour the terrorist side? Think of it like this. On your CT side, you have so much ground to cover. You have 2 sites, so you have to split up your defense. 2 players towards A, it's going to be Karmapanger and Hulim towards the A site. And then you have Mace and Cinder towards B. So it's 2 players towards B, 2 players towards A, but the terrorists, they can group together. It can be a 4 versus 2 towards one of these sites. That's why people do say equal exchanges do favour the terrorist side. So, 4 versus 4 now, 45 seconds left on the clock. They do have good utilities well into the arsenal of the T side. Prophecy could go for a fake towards the A site, or Slap could just throw some nades, try and find a frag towards the B side, but look at the stack here coming from Cinder and Mace. They're playing retake as well. Their job right now is to find 1 frag, turn it into a 4 versus 3, and play the retake. The problem is they have 1 kit, 1 smoke grenade, 2 smoke grenades, and 1 Molotov. So a lack of utility for the CT side in case it does become a retake. It's all down to Cinder now, but look, he's not even peeking.
Cinder, wrong time, and unfortunately will be his downfall. He does peek out now, trying to strike, but he's not going to work out. Arch takes his head off instantly. Nice opener. Mace as well, warded off as the Molotov is ablaze right in front of him, and they're keeping everyone at bay with the utility they have. Reason have to give up on this one.
Mace picks up the kit, but he will throw in the tower. It's going to be the save coming out from Reason Gaming. They've lost 7 rounds to the trot now, so they will be able to fire into the next one. You can see there on the screens. The money is low, but they will get $3,400 as their round loss bonus. So they can drop Cray and Cinder M4s. They can have another buy into the next one. At this point, we have to see risks. A stack towards Connector. Try and find the frag onto Quicks. Break up the T side of attack. If you have control of Connector with the CT side, suddenly it's harder because for Prophecy, you'll have all those 4 or 3 players in the default forced and tunneled towards A. That way you know where the T's are. Also means you won't be playing versus a fake as well, because if you have control of Connector, it's so much harder to throw smokes and then run all the way around T-spawn. But yeah, I have to see a risk come out from the CT side right now. Reason Gaming, what are they going to do? A 4-man stack towards B maybe and leave Karma to solo AWP on the A site. That could be a good strat. Could go for some aggression towards long. We saw them do it last time, but they went 4 for 4, and Karmapanger was 2 low HP. They need to have a 5 versus 4 exchange in their advantage, or stack towards the site and risk something, because so far, playing standard CS, they're losing it very heavily versus Prophecy.
Yeah, we're seeing that consistently. That's the thing right now. We spoke about how important confidence is for them. They're playing that aggressive CT half, but they're not bringing the aggression to the table. Playing from the far back angles, trying to play for trades, but it's just not working out for them. Constantly being left in a situation where in the battle of attrition, they physically cannot retake the site, forced to fall back. They don't have the cash to play over as well, so we're not seeing that AWP come out. Right now, Karma needs to step up. He has to fill the shoes of Thomas in that AWP role for the openers.
We've seen Reason Gaming on full buys lose in very dramatic fashion. And right now, there's no AWP in play for the CT side. Kits onto 3 players, Famas onto Cray. So even then, they're lacking firepower. Quick's a shot hole in the door. He's trying to see if Cinder's going to go for a jump peek. But instead, it's still going to be a 5 versus 5. 1 minute left on the clock as we go into round number 8. Prophecy, 1 round away from already winning the half, 8-0. At this point, the best half we could see from Reason Gaming on the CT side is an 8-7. But Jack, I don't think it's going to happen. So far, we haven't really been seeing too many close rounds. We had the 1 versus 3 from Cinder that was turned into a 1 versus 1. But still, that was a 1 versus 3 scenario. All these rounds have gone in favor of Prophecy. Reason Gaming have to step up. Cray, one of the shining stars on this Reason Gaming side usually. Let's see what we can do. Those smokes will go towards B. That smoke's in Heaven and Breach. And now you have the fake from Kali as well. This could force a rotation from Karma.
This could be very important here if they play it right. Kali as well comes in with 2 massive opening frags, and they've completely bypassed Cray.
There it is. Karmapanger rotating towards B. It's all down to Cray, but with the Famas, he'll lose the duel. Karmapanger now back towards stairs, trying to see if he can find the frag, but already in a 2 versus 4, what can he really do?
Trying to do some damage as he will peek out, finds a little bit, but it's not quite enough. Will eventually force all on Cinder. He's in the back line. Look how low these T-side players are, but they're in prime time after plants. They're ready for this. Cinder finds the first kill, will take down Arch, but he's got to bide his time.
Once again, Cinder in the 1 versus 3 for a chance for Reason Gamer to claw this one back. Bomb planted, has a kit. Double flashbang, can't go for a smoke defusal. All down to just peeking and finding these frags.
Peeking out, working his way through. No one really there to deal with at this point. He's also being hunted. Quicks is going to be coming up from the rear. And it won't even matter. Calais will be the one to take him down, and Prophecy keep their streak going.
After 8 rounds, it's already going to be Prophecy winning the half as a bare minimum. 8-0 will be the scoreline. We saw the incredible fake that came out from Prophecy. You can smoke towards Heaven and Bridge and center side, all from outside toilets. This is the problem, right? Cray was close towards toilets. How did you not hear them pinning the grenades? As soon as he heard them throwing smokes, as soon as Kamapanga calls the smokes are not on A, you have to anticipate the fake towards B. But as well, Calais finding 2 frags, 2 entries towards the B site alone simply isn't good enough.
Yeah, we've seen that B fake come out quite a lot from Prophecy as well in the games they've played on Overpass, and they do like to bring to the table.
We saw it from Epsilon last week as well. So it's not that uncommon. You have to be anticipating all the players that could come out, especially from a side like Prophecy. They had such an embarrassing loss last week, losing 16-0. This week they have something to prove.
Karma, though, he's proven everything right now as he whips out the deagle. We'll find a dirty shot back on towards that. And the bomb's down in a massive location, wide in the open. Unfortunately, they can't quite hold the T's off to give them the advantage.
Exactly that. Bomb switch towards A long. Nice frag there from Kamapanga, but I believe Quicks will land the shot, and he does just that. It's going to turn into a 4 versus 3. A glimmer of hope there, as Reason Gaming had the advantage, but instantly it's going to be brought back to a 4 versus 3 in Prophecy's favour. 8-0 currently, and the quasi-buy now for Reason Gaming. The only person with Kevlar on that CT side is Mace. Kevlar, Smoke, and a CZ. Apart from that, Jack, it's just Hoodlum with the Deagle once again. Cray with the 5-7, but they have no armor. We saw what happened versus Cray towards Sewers when he had no Kevlar. Let's see if he can get the dropper though.
Yeah, this is massive. He's got his ears on. He'll be aware of their location. Can find the frag back and towards Crick. Scavenges the AK as well. But meanwhile towards B, this is what Mace needs to go use. Has to keep them at bay. Buy his teammates time to rotate over if they want to invest into this round.
Yeah, Molotovs will push him back towards B short. He's given up the site, and that should mean the retake being nigh impossible as they have no kits on that CT side. They have a Molotov onto Crane, but unfortunately Hoodlum should go down towards CT lower, and eventually he does. 3 versus 2 right now. The T's have control of the all CT side of the map. They have Heaven, they have control of lower. No chance here. Cray could save the AK into the next round, but even then, you're 9-0 down.
Arch as well. Unfortunately, will actually go down. Mace finds the 1-bullet frag with the CZ there. Takes him swiftly down, but it's all on Cray. Up close and personal, been very risky with the AK-47, but actually does find the headshot as he now roams his way in. No kit. So he needs to make the play right now. Taps the bomb. Kohler is not going to fall for his shenanigans, though. Calais will just hold and peek out at the right time.
Could save the AWP here. Actually does grab that one. Retrieves the AWP into round number 10, but right now Prophecy 9-0. Look at the frags there from Calais. 14-3 for him. Right now the top frag on the CT side is Cinder. What's worrying as well as the fact that usually you favour the CT side over pass. So far, the slow defaults from Prophecy. There's been too much for Reason Gaming to handle. They do the slow defaults, they take the 1 versus 1 duels, and they win every single fight. They're finding entries towards B, they're finding the first kill towards mid. Simply put, Reason Gaming, they need a crossfire, they need a counter flash setup, they need something where they're not showing their head directly to the aim and crosshairs or Prophecy. They need a good setup, a crossfire, again, the counter flash, have someone spotting towards Monster from Pillar, have a flashbang pinned from Gfinity maybe. Something to catch these T players off guard, because right now, the CT defense is falling flat.
Yes, indeed. They can't quite bend efficiently, just getting destroyed into these rounds as some ringing going on into the rounds, as they will take their fight through those knobs. Fast round explosion towards that B bomb site. Mace actually has gone uncovered. They haven't realized his location playing around the pole and around the smoke. This could be huge if he times it correctly, does speak out, but it's short-lived. Quicks will stub it out as soon as possible.
So, 3 versus 3, and so the door equalizes the numbers. Bomb is still towards B short, but all 3 of these CT players are rotating in through lower and Heaven. No one flanking from B short, and the boost comes in.
Massive counter boost going through. Calais allowed to push in. Flash for him as well. They're playing it smart. They shouldn't be aware of his location. Karma will actually get taken down because of this as well, and it falls into Hoodlum and Cray. He's an elevated angle. He can fire down from above. Should be an easy spray on towards these CTs at the very least, but Cray will strike at the right time. Now goes for his push in towards the bomb site. Left in a 1 versus 1. Could be massive if he picks this one up, but still no kit. He has to react soon. Kolor unaware of his location. The timing could be there as he starts to back off, and the flick comes out. Prophecy, 10 rounds on the trot. No faults just yet.
Last week, it was a 16-0. We're infused, sorry, not infused. Envious Academy.
Yeah.
demolished Prophecy on Cash. And right now it could be facing a complete turnover, where this week Prophecy could be 16-0ing Reason. Obviously, that's quite a bold statement to make right now, only 11 rounds in. Then again, 10-0, but none of these rounds have really been close, apart from that 1 versus 1. Nevertheless, there will be the 4 AK and op set up on that T side. Cinder now, flash comes in towards mid. They're doing something different, Jack, but is it too late?
It's true, switching it up. Timing could definitely be off. They go for the information play earlier. They actually do knock Slap down 20 HP, and they've actually got some map control to play with. This is the first time we've seen any real confidence apart from the long control rounds.
Where was this 5-0 down, 6-0 down? Why are they bringing it out now when they're already double-digit disadvantage? 0 to 10, Reason Gaming pull out all the stops right now, try and get one round of the board. But talking about frags, Colo finds the first onto Cinder. It's going to be a one-man advantage already.
Cinder was the catalyst that could have potentially got the round in their favour. Cray actually spots out one man. Hoodlum strikes as well. Slap is very low. That should be an easy kill to pick up, and Cray, of course, will do so. Quicks and Calais, the dynamic duo left. What can the Swedish superstar do here as he will get into the back line once again? 4
versus 2 right now. Quicks coming in through Banana. If he finds an entry here towards Karmapanga, towards a long. Cray just cleared Banana and Toilet, so maybe Karmapanga won't be expecting Quicks just to sneak up behind him.
He could pop up. One easy kill, one man down, try and get them back to a manageable situation. Cray does have the crossfire covered though, so it is not meant to be.
Yep, didn't hear him scope as well. It's going to put Callan out in a 1 versus 4. So, right now, the star of the show, already 16 kills for him. Can he make it 20?
You need to go huge. Have to be a one-man army to try and open up this round. Peeks through, spots out Mace's head, but can't quite do it. Mace will take him down with his spam. Reason get their first round on the board. All off the back of them going for an early confidence play. They work it out. Cray went for the aggression, was able to pick up massive impact frags early into the round.
So, by the time Reason Gaming find 1 round on the board, they're still in a 9-round deficit. This isn't a 5-1, a 6-1 scoreline, Jack. Prophecy already on 10. Reason Gaming now, they're prone to being reset. This is the problem. Prophecy win this round. Reason Gaming have reset their round loss bonus. This could be awful for the economy of the CT side, and once again, it's going to be Reason Gaming throwing the sim smokes, but I don't think Prophecy are going to be as caught off guard.
It's true. This time they are not spooked by what is occurring. Karma as well, ready. He's getting information off the back of this as he's pushed up so far. He can hit everything that's occurring with the T's deep towards mid right now. He has got that contact warp scope through, takes down Slap, and also spots out the bomb because there's early Molotov in to try and keep them at bay, but gets caught with his pants down as he's fumbling. Luckily enough, the backup is there. Cray can respond as he finds the headshot, but Cray goes down. Kolor spray with the last bullet.
2 versus 3 right now. Low HP onto Collar. Already found 2 frags himself, picks up the AWP as well, so the low HP won't matter too much. They have the sight as well. Mace has to rotate in through Connector and have a flank, because right now you could have a very good setup from the T side if they get in towards the after plant positions towards Toilets. Quick's now pushing towards bank, catching these CT players off guard. Quicks.
Oh, could have struck at the right time, would have been able to get a massive opener into the round, but it's all in the hands of Kolor now. He has to do some damage with the AWP, peeking out, trying to take the fight as he just has to. Needs to create this 1 versus 1. Too much utility soaring through the skies, he can't quite think. And he will be overwhelmed by Hoodlum.
Crucial there. The Reason Gaming found the second round. If they had lost that, had their money reset, we could have been seeing a 14-1 scoreline. Still, though, 2 rounds on the trot. So far, so good from them. What's different from Prophecy so far is the fact that they're sending 2 towards Connected this time. Usually, when they had so much dominance, they were sending 3 towards mid. They were doing the slow default towards Toilets, mulling towards Banana, flashing, having control of Toilets, Long, and Banana. And now, finally, Reason Gaming are playing more aggressive. They're finally starting to warm up, get used to the environment, I guess. And they're trying to push back the T's. Right now, what do you think Josh is saying as the coach, interim coach, while Rom's away?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing sort of with Josh as well. He, right now, is more of your sort of pump-up sort of type vibe. He just wants to get everyone back into the game.
I mean, you've got someone like Mace with 0 experience, standing in for the star player for the Reason side. What right now could Josh be saying to him?
Not too sure, mate. The old Joshy Rav.
Yeah, I mean, if I was in Mace's position right now, what would I want to hear? I'd like to hear, it doesn't matter, who cares? Something, I know that might sound ridiculous, but pressure is the worst thing in the scenario for someone without experience. Right now, you're 2 to 10 down. Your job for Reason Gaming is to get the 1-1 draw. For the rest of this game, just play loose. Play your own game. Stop overthinking. We see that his rotations have been off. He's been playing close towards Monster every single round. Change it up. Play it like it's a face-it almost. Relax. And just enjoy the moment, because he's overthinking. And so far, hasn't really been delivering. We've seen so many entries towards the B-bomb side. Anyway, though, Prophecy changing things up on their Rico, going to be going fast towards Connector, towards the A side. Crane now checks the way towards Banana, halting the push, but has the M4.
Will fall back as the Molotov keeps them at base shortly, but they get a lot of information earlier. They're just going to try and hit the site with everything they've got. Karma, this is the opening shot, and they want to try and keep these blocks as far away as they can. Do not let them get into close range where they might actually be effective at this point. Craig's getting an easy spray down here as he comes through. Karma does damage as well. And that is going to be the round mopped up. 2 casualties though for the CTs.
Yeah, exactly. That's still the CT money is like, if there's low money for the Reason Gaming side, once it goes to round number 14 or 13, sorry. If Reason's money is low in this round, Prophecy then win the next round coming here. If they break the money on the final round, that could be the catalyst for an 11-4 scoreline. But let's see. The money is it's fairly low. It's fairly low. 2 players would need drops, so if Prophecy win this one, say they go towards B or they take A side again and we see saves come out, we need those players with 2,000, 3,000 in the bank right now to be saving in case the worst does happen. Anyway, though, round number 14 is going to be the AWP once again onto Karma Panga. 4 M4s to aid and back him up. On the T side, we're seeing a 5 AK setup right now. No AWP onto the star Color, sorry. Anyway, though, we've seen contact plays, grouping plays from Prophecy. It seems like they had the most success when they grouped together. 4-1 style CS. We had Calais towards the other half of the map. And you played the trade game towards the sites. Even if you lost the first guy, you had a good trade. You made it a 4 versus 4. You need good spacing as well. Have the T players close together so they're all in a position where they can trade each other. So, 1 minute 5 left on the clock. It's still a 5 versus 5. Something is tagged up a little bit through the wood, but then again, as he is still alive and kicking towards the B-bomb site. We're seeing another default hit towards Connector from the T side. Slow play towards Toilets, but they haven't got control of Banana or Toilets just yet. CT's playing so passive as well. Look where Karma and Cray are. They're back towards the site. This could be an issue here, Jack, because playing so far back, they will have 0 information. A fake could be so easy. Look where Callie is as well towards B short once again. Could we be seeing another fake towards A? And if so, will it work again?
Karma is in position though. The difference factor is obviously he does have the AWP in his arsenal ready to try and keep them back. The push will be coming through. Fake actually does go off as well. Callie's able to take down Cinder. No rotate has been forced. They hold their angles. Cray needs to be such an impact player into the round. Karma's able to get away with a frag as well. Takes down Kolor. Karma, another frag for him. That's a hat trick coming out for Harmer. Easy kills with the AWP as he shuts them down. Big round there for Reason Gaming to win. You can see Cinder's fired up as well. He knows exactly how important this 10-5 scoreline is on their CT side. If they make this 10-5, win the pistol, don't allow the Ts to, win versus the Force Spy, win versus the Eco as well. We could be seeing a 10-8 scoreline as long as Reason Gaming win this following round, the final round, and then win that ever so important pistol. Crushing kill as well, yeah, incredible. Nevertheless, it's going to be the 5 UMP buy from Prophecy. Don't really see this one too often. Before, on the CT side, you'll see this before the UMP nerf came in. But now, you see it here on the T side overpass from Prophecy after the nerf. Mid to long range, UMP does about 7 to 8 bullets to kill someone. But luckily, they're playing this one close. They're going to be opting to go towards that B-bomb site with their lack of firepower. They're going to be lining up some smokes now, and the execute comes in. Early explosion here out towards the site. Cinder playing up close and personal. Struggles a little bit, only finds 1 kill, but there's a lot of damage, making them easier to take down for Hoodlum. Very squishy now as they have taken control of the site. Only 2 men left standing on that T side after the nade of Karma rolls in and takes them down. Karma as well, ready to strike. 2 versus 2 right now. Karma Panga has the full utility and the kit. Crow right now. Kevlar, no utility. The flash comes in towards lower. He takes 1 down and the second as well. An easy 1 tap with the UMP. Pops the head of Cray. They do get that 11th round on the board. Once again, another good strat there from Prophecy. We saw the good execution from the fake towards B, the smokes from Toilets towards the B-bomb site to sell the fake for Calais. Right there, we saw the Astralis take towards the B-bomb site. You smoke off the first initial part of Bridge, you molly towards Graffiti, you molly towards Lower, you smoke off Heaven, you have a flashbang for Monster and a flashbang for Water and the site. What that is it causes the Ts to be funneled in towards Water, where the flashbangs do lie. That's why we saw those CT players on that B-bomb site completely blind and then flooded by the Ts with those SMGs. Just took over the site in a 3 versus 2. Yes, they made it 2 versus 2. The problem was such a good flashbang, and they retook Lower, and as Arch retook Lower, he found the 2 frags as well. What's crucial is the difference we see between the UK teams and the international teams in retakes and afterplants. If that was a UK team and that afterplant, they would have stayed on the site, completely scared, completely terrified, and would have just waited for the CTs to push in. What we saw from Prophecy was they took initiative and they took their stance. They said, okay, 2 versus 2, we've only got SMGs, we're not going to win this without the utility as well. We need to take a portion of the map. Either have control of B short, have control of Monster, or take control of CT lower.
and they were worried that there might be a CT player towards the flank. That's why they thought, okay, let's flush towards lower and have a 2 versus 1 on that CT player, but luckily for Arch, both of the remaining CTs were there. Anyway, second pistol right now. This is so important for Reason to win. They have to take this one, and already a good play from them as they flood towards B. So we're on to Calais USP.
Welcome out towards the B bomb site, and they will find their way through, rubbing their feet all over it. Calais forced to try and fall back. Actually does get the opening headshot, though, taking down Makes. That could be quite a powerful kill into late round right now, as they have massive advantage over the Ts. And they get into better positions. They're just pre-firing their way through. Cinder actually going up close personal will keep the CTs forced back. They can't efficiently take the fight towards the site right now. Hoodlum does one better as well as he pops the head of Slap. Kolor risking it all as he peeks quite exuberantly here from short, trying to slip his way in. Karma has the angle covered. It's not really going their way, but Quicks will come into play. Finds the headshot back towards Cinder, leaves them in a 2 versus 3. But look how low the Ts are. It only takes 1 round to take them down. Quicks will find a second kill, but it looks like it's going to be too late. They don't have the kit. No time either. Arch just has to try and go for the suicide play at this point.
Massive pistol around there for Reason to win on the T side. 5-11 now will be the scoreline. They have to win versus the Force Buy. They have to win versus the Eco as well, coming out of Prophecy. If they can manage that, get to 7-11, win that first buy round, have Prophecy's economy back against the ropes, constantly having to use all their investment into each and every round, that puts Reason in a position where they can break the money of the CT side round after round after round and force the quasi buys, force the ecos, get those 3 rounds on the board. That's how they're going to have the comeback into this game.
This round though, the aggression coming back through. Obviously for Prophecy needs to try and play a bit of a shock and awe style round. Can't efficiently play this one out of standard.
So it's going to be a heavy stack towards long from Prophecy. The general, the consensus for your anti-ecos on overpass on your T side is just a Molotov towards tree, flash over long, take control of long and toilets, and then execute towards a molly truck, smoke off banks, smoke off stairs, and flood the site. But already it's going to be a very slow play from Reason Gaming. Quite scared here in timid as they're expecting a push from the Prophecy. Expecting the CT aggression, especially after how good of a half Prophecy had. Anyway, it's going to be the 3 players from that CT side. Actually make it 4 now as Slap joins the ranks. 4 players towards toilets. Mace here gets all the information he needs. Gets a nice dink up as well as Archers jump around.
Does give their location away. The flashbang comes over. They peek at the right time. They play it smart as they peek together. Karma trying to ward them off. We'll find a couple of frags. He just down with the AK. Karma ripping his way through everyone. And he's just left on Calais, miles away right now, as he will peek with the Deagle. But no Karma is there to be found.
Karma salvaging the round there. We saw a 5 versus 4 in favor of Prophecy, but Karma Panga there just mows all of those CTs down with the pistols. And that will save Reason's bank as well. Imagine if Karma had gone down as a 5 versus 3, more frags had happened, even though the bomb was down towards B side from Reason. Exit frags or kills onto the site could have dented that T economy so heavily, but instead, off of the back of Karma's huge play, he's just going to make it 1 loss for that T economy. So the money is still afloat, and that's so crucial going into the first buy round. They can't be out of money after the first buy round.
It's true indeed. Needs to try to reset themselves, get their minds back in the game right now. Prophecy obviously going to be struggling to the following round. Should be essentially a given at this point. Reason need to continue this damage that they're starting to bring to the table. Playing with a lot more confidence, playing how we expect to see them at this point. Mace as well needs to get back into that role. That was the issue when we saw him obviously appear last week, is that online he is going to be that hothead. He's going to run in, do the damage, he has the confidence. On LAN, the confidence isn't there, it doesn't show up. It looks a little bit better for him now on his T side.
Yeah, he said he was scared to die, and you can't be scared to die on LAN versus Prophecy right now as the entry fragger for your T side. So far, Mace hasn't really been tested in that role. Coming into the first buy round, we'll see how much of an impact that psychological boost, maybe, from Josh, their interim coach, has brought in. Nevertheless, though, it's going to be round number 18, and the full eco coming out from Prophecy. Obviously, Collar did save the armor and the UMP, but apart from that, it's going to be 4 sets of pistols on that CT side. For Reason, there should be another round with the SMGs where you stack up as much cash as possible and have money leading into the buy rounds.
Nice early flash there actually coming out as well. That did flash over Karma towards mid. Kept him at bay early. Didn't want to go for the peak because he thought someone was going to go for the early face. Makes is going to try and go for those entry kills on Mac 10. Will get the opener back on towards Calais, and this is where he needs to come into play massively. They have the stack just outside. Arch has all the information as well. If they did go for the play, him and Craig would need to be vital into the round.
Exactly that. 5 versus 4. They have the Mac 10 as well. The Mac 10 can just find out all the information it needs. You can see it's currently leading the charge towards bullets. Great. Spots that Arch, and actually there's 2 players following in close suit. Hope on the first frag onto Arch and Collar, and then Mace there, the Mac 10 will find the frag onto Quick. So 5 versus 1. Mace there finding 2 frags with the SMG, so that's $1,200 into his bank account. Nice and easy, as Cinder finds the last with, once again, the UMP. Question for me is, do Reason Gaming risk this round and bring the SMGs into the first buy round? If they do, is it really worth the risk? Risk versus reward. Right now it's about rounds. You're 7 to 11 down. If you can see this one with the SMGs, Prophecy get to 12, they might have 4 alive, 3 alive, have their bank start to build. It's a risk to take, and actually they will just drop over 2 of the SMGs and keep 4 AKs, so it will be a slight risk here. Obviously hit them on the SMG, but then again, let's see what style of play they're going to bring.
The early face comes out from Kolor, but unfortunately no kills will go his way. Let's get the tag though. Hoodlum knocked down to only 14 HP. That could come back to bite them into the late round, as he's so very low. Not a lot of sustain left. Look at this from Cinder, actually. A lot of confidence, teaming with it. In fact, as he does try and go for the play towards Drum, that flashbang over. He's going to work around it, peeks in. Does he know the location of Slap?
I don't think he does. Quicks as well, jumps pointing towards Be Sure, trying to see if there's actually more than just one player there. So, 1 minute 3 players towards playground and A long for the T side. Reason Gaming nearly mirroring exactly the default we saw from Prophecy. The problem is right now they have no control of connector. Yes, there's no CTs there, but the Ts have no control of it right now, which means if they do try to go for a fake towards A, then they might be surprised that they don't have control of the connector position. Nevertheless, Hoodlum right now 14 HP. He's going to have to be the player that goes first. You want Hoodlum to die first with the SMG and have someone close behind him to get a trade frag. Best case scenario right now for Reason Gaming is it's a 4 versus 4. Hoodlum dies, Cray gets a reply kill on Mace, will get a reply frag, and it's a 4 versus 4 in your advantage. But right now, as it is the 5 versus 5, 35 seconds left on the clock, they might be walking back into the scope of Kolor.
This could be very scary, as he has the angle on lockdown. Not a man to be taken lightly as well with the AWP. Very, very dangerous into this round. Will reposition. Smoke does come over to give them time to pass through. Actually, he gets a lot of information because this, but here comes the true play. Smokes Molotovs soar through the air as they try and take the fight towards the site. Kolor was able to reposition efficiently though. Will strike first, takes down Hoodlum. Karma also falls. Mace eventually steps it up as Mace finds 2 kills. Oh! But Kolor going huge. He rips his way for everyone. Unfortunately, falls at the wrong timing. Time as well ticking away. They will find that kill on towards Craig. So close to actually killing him after time at that point. They're 2 seconds left before they were even fully committed to the site.
Massive AWP play there from Kolor to hold off the T push coming in through toilets and A long. Gets all the information he needs as well. Spots 2 players towards long. Usually, if you're doing a 4-1 style of fakes, you would have 1 player towards A long. He would smoke the bottom of long, deny all CT vision, and then go back through toilets and then throw his flashbang, his Molotov and whatnot. That way you think this player's long and this player's toilets, but actually there's only 1 player there. So the fact that he saw 2 players towards A long meant he knew exactly what the deal was. Once again, trying to go for the mid face, but doesn't see anyone just yet. We saw what happened in the previous round where Reason Gaming waited for the clock to go too far towards the end. Obviously, 30 seconds left, they were forced into the push and forced into the good crossfires that Prophecy had. You had the AWP on Kolor towards Truck, you had the M4 as well on to Calais towards, well, Bank basically, holding the cross towards site, so they had the angles covered for each other, and they walked into the crossfire. Let's see what Cinder can do right now towards B. Can he find an entry and have a 1-man advantage for Reason finally?
Cinder could be the difference maker. The fall on their side into the round, if he gets the opening kills, at least causes a little bit of a distraction. Right now, just sniffing out the site to see where the CTs are situated, so he can be a catalyst into the late round right now.
He's just holding, trying to see if anyone from water. Flash comes in, finds the frag, just about will the trade come in? No, he gets the flick headshot. Doesn't quite get the 3rd though, but still 2 frags found. But as I said, that Arch finds 2 for himself.
Yeah, big play from Arch coming out as he will be able to respond instantly. Karma as well does damage, taking him down. They only have 2 men left standing and they're spread thin.
They are indeed 3 versus 2 right now as the retake comes in. Kit onto Kolor with the AWP though. Molotov onto Calais, but no smoke grenade.
Richmond goes out, but he's caught off guard. Position of Crate will come out on top into that round as he takes him down. It's all on Kolor, most likely going to just back off. Trying to get those late round exit frags right now, and then fall back, hold on to the AWP, don't run the risk of losing it.
Exactly that. Kolor right now going to be going for the save. Reason Gaming win round number 20, and it puts them to 8. Can we see the money, please, Sliggy? Actually won't. Just wait a second, because Crate is approaching long, and it will actually spot him out. AWP not saved, and actually, will they go for double up setup? No, they're not going to do that. See the Cray on your screens. Mace is behind him as well. Inexperienced Newplot, I guess, filling in the shoes of Thomas. There. As soon as Arch found that this 2K here as well towards B, I thought, okay, this could be the end here. But nevertheless, the money for the Prophecy side is low. They're going to be going for the eco, and actually this should be a double eco because look, they've got 1,000 in the bank. After this round, they had their round loss bonus reset, so they can't buy into the next one. and then again they're going to be on eco. So this could be 9 to 12, and then again 10 to 12. So we could be seeing Reason Gaming hot on that comeback, hot on the tail, on the pursuit, towards coming back to 12-12 if they win the next buy round as well.
Look at that buy coming out as well. Sending over for the P90 for the explosion towards that B-bomb side. Just try and hit him with whatever he's got. Very mobile with a weapon.
He's the only player I actually ever see by the P90. Still an arch towards long toilets. Backed up as well by his teammate.
Oh, CZ close proximity. You never want to run that risk because it can be so powerful like that. They get the efficient trade as well as Kolor will strike at the right time. Takes down Hoodlum 4-3. And they're starting to scavenge weapons. This is not looking good so far for Reason. They have to make their play towards that B-bomb site now. They do have utility and a free site.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Going for the retake right now, yes, you have a mad advantage, but you have no Kevlar on Slap, no Kevlar on Calais as well. So that retake will be so hard, especially now as they lose a player, as it goes into a 3 versus 3.
Not a good situation to be in now. Losing the advantage they had, the thing that made the difference into the round. They're trying to try and play together. Utility-wise, only have one flashbang between all 3 members, and Quick to be walking into a death trap. Actually, pulls a fast one, but Karma is even faster. Takes him down as he responds very efficiently. Another kill going to go his way as well. Just roaming around right now, playing with his food before he takes them down. Slap realizes it's not worth the risk. Hold on to the AK.
This is a double save, so saving the AK would be vital into the next round. Actually could get an AWP as well for himself.
Karma surfing a little bit right
It's
now.
in the sky, though. This is going to be an inaccurate shot. Oh. Drops off eventually. And there we go, 9 to 12 would be the scoreline, and Eco coming out from Prophecy finds 3 kills, but not quite the round. So, Reason Gaming now 3 behind. Quicks on your screen, the IGL and captain for that Prophecy side.
They're looking good so far. Recent form obviously starting to work their way back up. In terms of what we need to see though right now is obviously... Oh, low cash.
I told you, yeah, I said it. They had to double eco, which means this could be where Reason Gamer get to 10-12, and from there it's all down to the buy round. If they can win the buy round that follows this round here, make it 11 to 12, and then win versus the quasi buy, we could definitely be seeing 12 to 12. I said they had to break the money of Prophecy if they wanted a chance at this one, and so far, so good. They've done it.
Prophecy, you got to favour them their CT half, and it's because of how much more structure they have, but right now it's not showing up, mostly because of the money deficit they've had into this eco round as well. They're finding the easy entries. It's so simple. You have the rifle advantage. You can just play together, work as a unit, and find those easy kills. Slap as well in close range. Unfortunately, not even a dink coming out for him. He will fall. They have got control of that B-bomb site. Calais, miles out of position. Can't do too much. Probably not even going to find that many exits at this point. Needs to just try and bide his time. Hope for the best.
Exactly that. Can't even salvage a gun as well as it is. 5 players staying alive for the T side. You can see their money right now. 4,000 onto Cinder, 6,000 onto Karma Pangus. The money is fairly decent. They can buy up for the next 2 rounds. What are you pointing at, mate?
If he wants to run the risk, he should try clear spawn, because I did think they upgraded one weapon. So.
Well, even then it would just be
Yep, tough for UMP though, mate. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
really.
but into the next round they can still buy. No.
Oy.
So, their money. They've lost 2 in a row. I think I saw somewhere with $3,000, so they can buy an AWP. And actually finds one frag, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the AK because Karma Pang is there. What's the shot? Refacing with a pistol, and actually has low HP. Whiffs it even more.
Able to switch out to the AK before he gets taken down as well. The Molotov will keep him at bay, but unfortunately Cinder's in the rear. Locked and loaded, will find the headshot.
Exactly that. So, big 3K there from Cinder, puts it to 10 to 12 right now. Look at the pressure onto Archer's face. He knows exactly how close this game is right now. 1 buy round could separate these 2 teams. Reason Gaming win this round, make it 11 to 12. Force the quasi-buy onto the CT side, win versus the pistols and Kevlar. That could be 12 to 12 on the board. Nevertheless, though, it's going to be 4 AKs in the open to Kamapanga versus them on that CT side. Finally, a full, strong buy from Prophecy. Orb onto Collar and 4 rifles to back him up as well. It's going to be the 2-man default. Actually, we have Cray there as well, but look where Collar is. Aggressive angle here.
This aggression is going to be the key to their success in the round. Kohler's able to strike as well. This time, it's not just a tag, it is an opening kill, but there's the response. Mace sprays his way through Arch, retreats as well, not going to get overconfident and try and bite off more than he can chew. Look at the play from Quicks. This is clever. So much information. Knows exactly what's going on. Able to chime in as well. Kohler also takes down Cray, and they've dismantled Reason for this round now. They don't have too much left. Cinder trying to hold it together, thread the needle back through, and at least give them something to play with, but it is not looking good.
He needs a second frag here towards Gfinity. Slap there, no utility. So if Cinder gets the sight here, he can't have the counter mollies, the counter flashes he needs to hold off the bomb as well. But as I say that, the bomb going towards connector. Kamapang is slowly going down those steps, those stairs even. We'll be rejoining Cinder. So the question is, 3 versus 2. Do they opt to go towards the A site where there's 2 players, Quicks, low HP, and the AWP onto Collar? Or do they fake the smoke towards Heaven, the flashes as well, and then run through connector back towards A? Let's find out.
40 seconds left to play with. Invest in all that utility right now as they Molotov over. They're just going to hope for the best. They take the fight in. Cinder will entry out, but unfortunately goes down. Karma can strike back as he trades with the AWP, grabs the bomb, got 30 seconds to play with, and it's a swift rotate.
Exactly, there's a Molotov as well, can monitor towards lower, but actually unfortunately for him, the rotations from the CTs, they've grouped together, and now he sees it. He knows they're both towards heaven. Nade! Oh, doesn't quite connect though, so we are still into a 2 versus 1. Karma Pang at 14 HP, he's used all the utility he had. He has to find both these frags now, and he expects to play towards heaven. Unfortunately for him, they're rotating through lower.
All on his raw skill right now. Will find the first kill as he's able to do damage. Left in a 1 versus 1. Karma, it would be huge if he's able to step up. Finds the angle, but couldn't quite pull the trigger in time. Kolar takes him down, grabs the AWP, and will get the defuse as well.
Still, 10 to 13 now, as Prophecy slowly clinched that one back from a 4 versus 3. Cinder and Kamapanga nearly bring that one back. Kamapanga, the 1 versus 3, finds the 2 frags, gets the bomb down as well. It's going to be good for the Reason side money. But Prophecy, 1 player surviving means they've had their round lost money reset. They have no players alive to stabilize their money as well. We're going to see it come in just a second once we see their cash. But still, they're going to be in about 1,400. Oh, sorry, they won the round with the ball, with the diffuser, 3,500. Should be in their bank. But yeah, look at that. 2 UMPs, 2 M4s, and an AWP. And no one on that CT side has money right now. Reason Gaming win this round. They're going to break the bank. A full reset. Not the quasi-buy, but a full reset. A harsh reset at that. On to that CT economy. This is a massive round right now for Prophecy to win. This could be where Reason get back into it.
Confidence is still in their favor as well as they take the fight through, but that's a bad miss from Kolar. If he would have been able to get that trade back, it would have been massive into the round, but it's not quite going down that way. Hoodlum as well takes down Arch. Only 3 members left on the CT side. Already make that 2 as Kolar loses his head as Hoodlum will do another huge impact frag.
Remaining 2 players as well have just SMGs, no kit as well. This frag is so crucial towards Connector. And Gray wins the duel. It's going to be a 1 versus 4 now. A massive round for Reason to win. They've broken the bank of Prophecy, unless Calais can change it in a 1 versus 4, but the bomb being planted towards B, he has no kit, could try and salvage an M4 here, save it into round number 25, but the harsh reset will come in for Prophecy. Reason Gaming going to get to 11 to 13. If they win versus the Force, that comes next, and then the Eco, we could easily be seeing 13-13. And with the momentum we've seen on their T side overpass, this could be a massive win and upset for Reason.
There is the AWP drop by Toilets, but he doesn't want to go for it, it seems. He's just going to stick with the AK instead, fall back. Not overextended, obviously unaware of which angles are in play by Reason right now, as they can go for the hunt efficiently. They're happy to run the risk into this round. Cray as well, not someone you want to be going up against in this sort of scenario. Will peek out, but it's not meant to be this time.
Gives away his position as well. Has the Kevlar, so aim punch isn't quite enough right now. Peek comes in, Hoodlum loses the AWP as well. And actually, is he just giving away an AWP?
No, this was the AWP that was dropped by Kolar.
But still, that means Calais can retrieve it though. Unless... no. So he finds the frag onto Cinder. Can he get the AWP before the time runs out? Yeah, he can. So, AWP salvaged. Can drop that over to Kolar if you want to. But then again, Calais has the armor, so the question is for Kolar, does he invest Kevlar into this round? But anyway, it's going to be 11 to 13. Reason Gaming now winning the crucial round that resets all the bank and money that Prophecy previously had. And look at this. The Force Buy comes out. Their money, their buy, it's all awful. Deagle onto Quicks, no utility. Slap there with a PT-50, double flashbang and smoke. AWP onto Calais, he had the Kevlar, he's kept it. Kolar with no Kevlar and the SMG. This is a big round right now for Reason Gaming to win. This could be the draw, the 13-13, and from there, they could be taking this one.
Definitely so. They're looking good right now as they're damage into the round. Slow rotate coming over as we can see Calais reposition. Calais actually gets tagged out and they locate him as well. Cinder gonna try and go for the frag, but unfortunately Calais bounces into it and takes him down.
So 4 versus 5 right now, 1 man advantage right now for the CT side. Prophecy with 1 minute 15 left on the clock. Low HP onto Hoodlum as well as he was dinged up by the pistol. So, backs against the ropes right now for Reason Gaming. What do they decide to do right now? Are they going to continue the stack and they execute towards the B bomb site? And if they do, it'd be the right call. You can see the 3-man rotation from B towards A. Prophecy expecting a fake towards B, and actually they execute to come towards the A bomb site.
So we're just going to go down towards short right now. Kept at bay for the meantime as they do have to fall back at the very least. Slap trying to go for the information play. Mace is there ready to try and trade when he can, but it's going to be right now. Smoke dabs of utility as well left.
Smoke comes in towards heaven, and now we have it. 5 versus 4. All down to Arch now with the Kevlar.
Arch on location, goes for the pre-fire, will peek into it, actually does find one shot, but Karma can trade it back fairly swiftly as they now make their play in full commitment towards the bomb site. Hoodlum as well, that kills Vital, takes down Kolar, leaves them with just 3 players up close. Personal Slap makes the jump though as he goes over, bounds through the smoke. They're not sure where he actually is right now as he's up close, finds the easy kill to P250, leaving them with just 2 players remaining, making one. It's all on Karma once again towards the bomb site with the AWP, finds the wall back on towards Slap, needs to reposition, but Quicks was in the rear.
Heartbreaking loss there for Reason Gaming. They thought they had it in the bag. They thought they're going to win the Force Buy, win the Eco, bring it back to 13-13. Instead, though, Prophecies, Force Buy, or PT50s and UMPs change that as they make it 14-11 now. Kamapanga, he knows exactly how important that round was to win. They were so close to breaking the bank and forcing an Eco once again. Very close game on our hands. Round number 26 now. It's going to be the SMG onto Slap. 2 M4s and 2 AWPs for the CT side. Are we going to see 1 AWP towards A, 1 AWP towards B? I believe we are. Kolar there has the AWP. Going to go towards B short, I imagine. He has a bad spawn towards Monster. This is risky.
Kolar ready to try and do some damage. Peek out, finds a nice flick on towards Hoodlum. That's a beautiful opener as they continue through though, fighting through the pain. He misses the second shot. Karma is the explosive entry fragger. He's able to do damage with the rifle, get his way into the site. Cinder as well steps up to the mark. Slap, he's in a good location, but can he actually play his timing right? Will find the 1 headshot, trying to kill the bomb planter. Mace gets away with it though somehow, was able to just stick to the full commit. Cray, a double kill to close it out at the end.
Big round to win as well. Prophecy so close to match point there. For Reason Game, the fast push through Monster. They find they lose the first man, but it's a fast trade there towards Monster, towards Pillar. And from that, it's going to be 12-14. In the pre-face, I said how crucial it is for their T-sides. They go for the 5 AK setup or the 4 AK setup, but their style of play is trades. Similar to like a Virtus Pro, where you have the riflers, you have that close spacing between each player, and each player is in a position where they can trade each other. And right there, the trade game reigns true, as it makes it 12-14 right now. Reason Gaming only the 2-round deficit, and they're versus the full Eco Prophecy. Back against the ropes now.
They are making their play through. These pistols not going to be that efficient right now. Playing it out like a gun round, just these close crossfires, is going to be where they're at their absolute best. Slap has the flash as well, so if they do get an audio key, a little bit of information that could play into their favor, they can go for the flash peek, which they actually are going to do. This could still work out quite well, but they strike early. The T's are able to get the opening frag, and it's just easy pickings from here on out. They have the range advantage. It should just be a clean sweep. Actually getting tagged down. 2 players incredibly low, but Mace will be able to bring it back.
You say that. Actually, Slap there finds a nice headshot with the USP onto Mace. Turns it into 2 casualties for that T side, but nevertheless, it's going to be 1 round now separating these 2 teams. Getting closer and closer. Let's see what the buy is going to be like for Prophecy. They've ecoed this one. This could be an M4 low utility Kevlar buy. This could be 1 AWP, 3 M4s, 2 UMPs, and it will be, oh my goodness. Instead of conceding round number 28 with an eco, this could have been 14-14, and they would have had a very strong buy into round number 29. They're risking everything here, Jack. Round number 28, 2 UMPs, 2 M4s, and an AWP onto Kolar. It's looking like the fast execute towards the B side for Reason. Can Arch hold it alone?
Arch needs to be such an impactful person into this round. Has to be the difference maker as the push comes through. We'll only get 1 headshot though. Slap responds as well as the CTs are defending it very effectively at this point. Only 2 Ts left. Karma has got the AWP. He's been so prolific with the weapon. He will find the frag, but he's not able to get the second kill as well. Quicks reacts too fast, and Hoodlum is left in a 1 versus 3. A massive deficit. He has utility, but he's completely forced out the site. The Molotov keeps him at bay. This is not looking good.
Exactly that. 1 versus 3 right now. 38 points of health as well for him. Calais, 46 HP for him. Quicks is 75, so 3 bullets to kill Quicks, 2 bullets to kill Calais. But then again, he's low HP himself. Very hard round for him to win.
Push comes through. Hoodlum is aware of Kolar's position. He's trying to go for these pot shots. It's a battle of who is going to run the risk and overface into this right now, as he needs to try and take these 1 versus 1s. This is his only chance into the round. They're not going to be silly about it. They peak together. Calais will take him down.
Massive round there. We saw what happened to the money and Prophecy. They went for the buy into round number 28. They had 2 UMPs, 2 M4s, an AWP, and no kits as well. Imagine if Reason Gaming had found the entrance towards B, and it was a 3 versus 3 or 4 versus 4, for example. There was no kits on that CT side, just proving how low that money really was. That could have been the difference maker. Instead, they're round number 29. Reason Gaming have to play for OT as they're forced to use all the money they have in their bank account. And when in their inventory will be a Deagle onto Mace, 2 UMPs and 2 AKs, but a full buy on that CT side. This should be 16-13 here, Jack.
Yeah, this could be where they close it out. Definitely looking like it will be the round that ends wins this first map here over and over past. As Prophecy, they have the defense. They have everything they need to try and pick up this round.
What's key as well is this is Reason's pick. They've prepared for this one, and so far, not so good. Because they are 1 round away from losing 16-13. The question is, on Mirage, Prophecy have picked that map. What are they going to show? We've already seen some great executes from them towards, on Overpass, sorry, towards B. What are they going to show us on Mirage? A map that they've picked and they prepared for this week.
Yeah, that's the scary factor, is obviously this is the amount of structure they're bringing to the table here on their away map. So what can they actually do on their own turf right now? Kolor trying to go for the early information. Play will be spoken out. No one is there to greet him, unfortunately. Will not be aware of the location of Cinder. Normally, that annoying lurk towards the bomb site. This time replaced on his lonesome just by Cray.
So 5 versus 5 once again, 40 seconds left on the clock, and the T's don't really have much map control. Look how far pushed the CTs are.
This could be bad timing as well, because they get caught with their pants down. Slap trying to react. Cinder actually does take down Calais. It's all on Slap to try and be the nuisance that will keep him at bay, buy his teammates enough time to rotate over. Cray as well, still waiting to try and go for the backstab towards the B bomb site. They've made the call to rotate back over. They've lampooned them. They're taking the fight towards B. Luckily enough, Arch does find the kill and gets the molly down.
Crucial molly will prevent the T attack for 6 more seconds. They try to smoke it out.
They do take it down with the smokes. They push their way through. The Deagle comes out towards Mace, trying to do damage. Left himself in a 1 versus 3. It's not going to happen. Quicks finds a headshot. They pick it up.